You know what really scares me? Let me turn this light on. Oh man, that got serious. Is telling people what I want to do with my life. I always have had this fixation, that's a big word, of not telling anybody my personal thoughts, my goals, my challenges, because it's hard. One, you don't want to be judged. And two, you don't want other people to know about your failures. But if you kind of look around, especially for me, in the social media aspect of things, the number one thing that helps people have a story is not being afraid of other people, if that makes any sense. So we're always taught to kind of stay in your zone, don't act out, don't do anything. I'm not saying you go crazy, go act wild, go act mean, be a menace. And I'm not telling you to go tell everybody your deepest, darkest secrets. But sometimes when you share it with somebody else, it almost becomes real. So a lot of my friends and family don't know that I'm training for a half Ironman at the moment. It's in like 2.5 months. I basically have no training. I've been training basically every single day for the last month, but I essentially have no training experience. I just want to go challenge myself. And over the weekend, a few of my family members know, and they started to talk about it. And the literal one thing I say was, this is why I didn't want to tell anybody. But you know why? Was because one, I was going to back out because I still haven't signed up. But why haven't I if I know I'm going to do it? It's not that I think I'm going to fail, because I don't. I'm very confident. And especially with my training, I'll be very confident in my ability to complete it. But it's the other people, is it the other people that are talking about me? That's the question I always ask myself. One, I just don't, just for me, I never liked people knowing my personal business, but this really isn't personal. You know, my relationships and stuff, I keep that to myself, keep that between me and the relationship. It's just, if it's not my business, it's not my business. But the goals, I always thought just didn't need to be shared, just need to be kept inside. Don't share anything. And I think for something like this, it almost needs to be shared because there's a story behind it. So if there's something in your life that you sit there and you don't know kind of what the future holds or what goals you want to make, because goals are scary, man. Especially if you set them high, because then there's high expectations. And then if you shoot them low and you get them immediately, then you think you didn't shoot high enough. So there's never a moment of taking back and seeing and reflecting. That's why the journey is the most important thing. That's what you remember. I remember in the last story that I'll tell before I go is I always remember the last season prior to winning the conference championship, because our team was always horrible. But I just remember the winter workouts. I remember the summer workouts. I remember there being there all day. I remember all the meetings. I remember everything. In the small little moment when we won, it was awesome. But all I could think about was the journey and how we got there, how bad we were previous years. So the journey freaking matters. But your goals matter. And that is what is awesome about it. So when you share it with somebody, you share your story online, you share your story with your mom, your dad, your lover, whatever it is, it becomes real in a sense. Because then it's someone else believes in you. And then, you know, while my family's talking about this thing, it's these other people are believing in me. And then that gives me hope. So don't keep your goals and your dreams in. A lot of people are going to try to crush them. But if you have a supporting cast, that's all that matters. And if you believe, then how can you fail? Good night.